Yeah, now it's red live.
It's saying it's live. I'll just give me a second. I'll just post it on Facebook also. Um, because there are still people who actually visit Facebook to check us out.
Good.
Just 1 second. Yes, sir. Now we are live. Consolation win.
Good evening, Raj.
Good evening.
Consolation win, exactly. Yeah, consolation win.
Yeah,
But there are certain things that you can certainly be happy about. The form of batting form of Hardik
correct, correct.
Pandya, the fielding form of Ravindra Jadeja, because I was unhappy with the way he dropped the catch in the second
Hmm.
ODI. The catch he took was pretty impressive.
Hmm.
And of course, the man from Tamil Nadu, man from Chinnapampatti, who
Hmm. Hmm.
put Chinnapampatti on world cricket map. I was very happy for him, but I was very unhappy with Murli Karthik on
Why, what,
live
what happened?
television. He said, "Man from Chennai." He said, "Man from Chennai." Of all people, Murli Karthik should know. He has his
No,
roots in Tamil Nadu.
no, because he is not from Chennai. No, he is
He
from
can't
Delhi. Yeah.
say, yeah,
So,
I said his roots is from Tamil Nadu.
I think
I
there are
use my
no
words
roots.
pretty carefully, Raj.
Eh? I mean, the
I
roots.
mean, in the
See,
sense, you should be knowing.
when you say
See,
roots, he
we
has to have
generally
something with
Tamils
Tamil
have
Nadu.
a
No?
general complaint that no, no, that's my problem. See, we Tamilians generally complain that everybody thinks has to be Madarasis or Chennaites, but you can't have a Tamil person, though he's not from Tamil Nadu. A Tamil person showing Natarajan in the omnibus umbrella of Chennai. Though you see, Chinnapampatti and Chennai share the same first letter and the last letter. Okay, as ever, we are digressing. We'll get back to the match. And in
uh,
the sense,
I,
it is an interesting old-fashioned ODI.
no, I was thinking. I mean, now as you were speaking, I was thinking I would love to hear the Aussies pronounce that name.
Chinnapambatti.
Yeah, that will be
And
nice.
yeah, there'll be if at all there is say similar bits and banter in Australia, they'll be thinking let's get them to pronounce Manas Labushan.
But then he's not Australian.
Yeah, he's South African, but in the sense,
Yeah, see, look at it
but
this way.
Labushan,
No, by the way,
yeah,
they changed his name.
yeah,
So yeah, because they couldn't pronounce Labuskagni, they made it Labushin.
Labushkagni,
Yeah.
Labushan.
So I mean, we have champagne, which is the same spelling, but then we say champagne. So they said if it is Labuskagni, it should be Labushin. What's the big deal?
I said Marnus Labushani, whatever his name is, he came third in pronunciation contest of his own name.
Yeah,
He himself, because
yeah,
there
yeah,
used to be a old joke, no, where
yeah, yeah,
Charlie Chaplin came third in a lookalike contest of his.
yeah.
Oh,
So,
it's a
yeah,
old
so
joke. It's a variation of a old joke.
yeah, I know.
Raj,
So
we are talking everything but cricket.
yeah, that is because the entire series was sort of boring. So which is why it is. So I mean,
Having
so
gathered to talk
we'll
about
go
cricket,
specifics. I mean, I actually like two, three things. I'll tell you what I sort of really took away from this thing. Obviously, like you said, the batting, where Hardik Pandya is sort of really stamping his class and saying, you know what, I can play as a pure batsman, and my bowling would definitely come good when it comes when I start bowling. So that part is so that number 6 is sealed. For me, the impressive part was the way, I mean, for the first time, India actually got a wicket in the power play, which was something. And the way our friend, I mean, Yorker Natarajan was dishing it out. So I think to me, these two things were really, really valuable.
see, he went for plenty the first 8 overs, man.
Yeah.
But the last 2 overs, he didn't even consider a single boundary.
Yeah.
Pretty
So see,
crucial.
if you look at it, see, there were two overs where he got taken. I mean, they sort of they lay into him. One was Finch and one was
Took him apart.
Maxwell.
Yeah, you are right.
Yeah. So that will happen. See,
Exactly.
I mean, you are the fact of the match. See, the another thing
And
about Natarajan,
he's playing his first match, man.
exactly. So
First
another thing I
international
liked
match.
for a guy who is playing his first match, and another thing probably that also rubs off on the way Kohli is handling him is he was setting his own field.
Okay.
So if you noticed, he was actually setting his own field. He was actually saying, "I want this," and then he was bowling to that field. For me, I
Okay.
think that is so. I think that one conversation we had sometime about who are the Indian batsmen. I was having it with Gautam today, for example. That I mean, who are the Indian bowlers who can actually work a batsman out? So you can think of Bumrah immediately. I mean, the other bowler
Obviously.
you can think of is an Ashwin, and probably nobody else. So you don't see them work batsman out, bowler batsman out. So this guy, he was thinking in that way, and coming from a place where cricket is obviously not played at the top level and all. I mean, to me, that was creditable. And the other guy who was extremely pumped up was Shardul Thakur. I like the way he was pumped up today. So
He was
good
pumped
for
up.
him. Good for him.
Good for him.
Yeah.
I mean, he took 3 wickets, which is very impressive.
Yeah.
But still, for me, he's an iffy candidate.
Yeah. So see,
but you're right. You're right about him being pumped up, and that's good for the entity. But his long-term impact, let's see. I mean, let's hope that I am wrong for the sake of him and for the sake
I'll tell you
of
the example. I'll draw a comparison. See, Navdeep Saini, who has also played a clutchful of matches, he still seems to rely on pace without variations. Now at this level, yeah, if you don't have variations, I don't think you can. I mean, you're of much use in a 50-over game. 4 overs, you can still get away. 10 overs when you're bowling, you will get targeted at some time or the other. If you don't know how to come out, I think you are in a bit of a bother. So I mean, I'm more worried about Saini, who's playing test matches and T20s also. As to how he will, in my mind, I think again, this is again my statement. I would love him to succeed because obviously he has been selected for the Indian team. In my mind, he'll get taken apart.
See, forget about the match. I'll push the envelope further and ask you another question. Will you try and get Natarajan in the test squad as well? Would you?
I would be tempted
just because
to.
he seems to be informed.
I would be tempted to. The only problem is that in the tests, I think the 2 fast bowlers select themselves, the top 2 fast bowlers. The question is, who's the third? Because you need to have a third. I mean, Australia, you need to have a third, probably a fourth also. But I don't know who's the third.
See, Umesh Yadav. Umesh Yadav, he did bowl well in the last series, and in the last few tests, he has been pretty consistent for India. So we should persist with him because that would be very unfair on him without giving him any chance. Because you can't decide his fate just based on his performance of IPL. Just as you can't pick a test team based on the IPL performance, you can't discard him just based on IPL also. So we need to persist with him, Umesh Yadav, because he has earned his place in the testing. His record speaks for itself in the last 10 tests, certainly yes. So Umesh Yadav will be there for the test. These 3 fast bowlers will be certainly making it into 11. If at all you need a fourth bowler, I don't know about Ishant Sharma.
He's not there. I mean, Ishant Sharma is
ruled out.
Definitely ruled out. He's totally ruled out. He's not there. See, Umesh Yadav's challenge, I don't know, because I mean, out of the last 10 test matches, how many has he played in Australia? What has been his...
Australia, New Zealand, Australia, he was consistent.
So that is what we need to figure out. Although, the good part with Umesh Yadav is you give him a longer, the guy needs to bowl 1 or 2 or 3 overs before he even gets his radar right, which your limited over cricket doesn't allow. So that part I totally agree.
Have that, I'll be happy with I mean, I would want Natarajan in the squad just because he is in form. If not for anything
but then he has anyways been selected for the entire series, I guess. He was supposed to be a net bowler. Now, from a net bowler, he has made his one-day debut.
No, as far as the announcement goes, he was there as a replacement for Varun Chakravarti in T20. And just on the day before the ODIs, he was brought into the ODI team without any ODI squad, without any particular reason, which is nothing wrong. Now today he walked into the team.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. See, he's anyways there. So I mean, till the end of January, he's going to be in Australia. That's my point.
Yeah.
So
You never know. If it is over after T20,
for the tests is what they need. For the test matches is what they need extra bowling power, right? So where you conserve your bowlers.
Having made a case for him, I would still say he still needs certain amount of variations to be effective in a test match arena.
No, test we have not seen. I really don't know his
even in Ranji Trophy. I've seen between his Ranji Trophy, Syed Mushtaq Ali and tournament, he's much more effective in Mushtaq Ali tournament than in Ranji Trophy.
But then the point is that
he's not been a kind of a regular, for team. I mean, he is not regular in the sense he's not been very consistent for him.
Yeah, so I mean, in your test bowler, your slots are like you said, they're already there. And don't forget, Mohammad Siraj is also there in the test.
Yeah.
So I would actually, between Umesh Yadav and Mohammad Siraj, I would maybe make a toss-up. I would see which one is more effective. What is going to be the ground conditions. You are right, Umesi. I mean, for me, past records only have that much of value. Okay, yeah, you have played in the past, fine. But what has been your recent form? I mean, what has been your recent form? So I don't know the answer. So I'm going with what you're saying.
Yeah. What is unfortunate here is we don't have anything to go. Where there are anything in recent times to check his form in the longer format.
No, I mean, what I'm going
That's
with
unfortunate.
that. I'm going with that. See, when I mean,
he had a good series in New Zealand as well, man.
That's what I'm going with. That we'll work with that, because with Australia you don't have a chance. I mean, you don't have a second chance. I mean, you lose the first test, you are sort of then fighting a very big uphill battle. That's it. So I mean, I would rather go with.
And your Kohli is not going to be there for the second test.
Yeah, and then we still don't know whether there is a. So. I mean, for me, another weird thing is that if Kohli is not there in the second test, who's his replacement? You should have called a replacement over by now. So we talked about it earlier. So like, we'll keep it aside. So from this match, I think, I mean, I was looking forward to seeing Cameron Green bat and bowl. Honestly speaking, I mean, obviously he didn't set the stage alight, but yeah, it looks interesting. So we'll wait for more, I guess. So batting wise or bowling wise,
I mean, in the all three matches, India ended up scoring 300 on all three occasions. Australia only on twice.
Yeah.
So moral victory is India.
Yeah. So I mean, that's like we say, clutching at straws. So like I said, I mean, before the match, I was saying
I don't know whether you know that Countermoney Sendil joke. He says, "Anna, ninga patta fail na yedadu pass."
Yeah. So, we always look at the positives. Funny, we do that. No? I mean, see, I don't know what Kohli and the other guys have spoken just now after the match. So usually these are the sort of things that you hear, which sort of doesn't mean much, honestly. Exactly. And it's not supposed to mean much also. I mean, if you're going to look for meanings in those things.
I'm just kidding, man. I'm absolutely being flippant.
Yeah. So I mean, I have another comment to make. No, this was, the rumor was that from behind the stumps, KL Rahul actually told this guy, Maxwell, if you want another vacation in Maxwell, if you want another vacation 6 months from now, you better do something. So that's what he did.
Okay.
So
this kind of an apology.
He apologized. Yeah. So now he apologized earlier. Now this was his thank you note.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you for having me for. Yeah.
Yeah, but that shot was an apology of a shot. So that
shot also, yeah. So that's what I said. So it's fine. It's it's fine. I mean, so for me, I think most important part of the day was that I didn't have to see Steve Smith bat another time for her and score another 100. So for me, that was a let off. One gets bored of the same thing, right? So even of excellence, even of excellence, one gets bored once in a while, I think. So that was.
By the way, talking of Silk Smith, today is the birth anniversary of Silk Smitha.
Silk Smitha, yeah, I know. I heard about it. I know, and then I don't think there's anything common there, but then
there is plenty, man. If you put your mind to it.
Yeah, we need to figure that out. I can't. I mean, for a minute, I can't figure out what is common.
Offline, I'll tell you.
Okay. So. Yeah, so but then I think now the one day T20 starts on Friday. So I don't know. Again, we need to look at what is the combination going to be. See, for me, I mean, I'm a little disappointed with the way Shikhar Dhawan sort of comes and goes there. I mean, I need to say that.
Yeah, exactly.
So I feel a little awkward about it because he on his day he can do wonders, but where are those days? So after every 4,
one thing I was disappointed with was the selection of. Shubman Gill in place of Mayank Agarwal. I mean, I don't mind Shubman Gill in the team, but Mayank Agarwal didn't deserve to be chopped.
Yeah, so which is where I'm saying. So I would see if you are going for that scenario, then you need to put Shikhar Dhawan on the mat and say you stay out because we need to look at the future, right? I mean, if Shikhar Dhawan is not there, who's going to open? Now you are still saying Shikhar Dhawan needs to
Mayank
open.
Agarwal both
didn't do anything bad. Yeah.
Yeah. If at all you need to be very scathing, you can be on Shikhar Dhawan. Of course, he had a 50 or Shreyas Iyer.
Yeah. So those are the guys who need to sort of buckle up and do something.
Those two Delhi Capital guys got a free run. I mean, being in Australian capital, they got a free
Yeah, I think the capital is what mattered.
batter.
So I think, and
Yeah.
then Shikhar Dhawan does.
Man, our puns are getting lamer. I think we should end the show.
For me, Shikhar Dhawan today was sleeper Dhawan. He was sleeping at slips.
Okay,
If
it's
you drop
getting
that catch, I think you really. And then he does the Gabbar Singh act without any shame. I mean, I was surprised.
that is pretty grating, man. After he drops a catch and takes a catch, and the Gabbar act is very grating.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, see, and then you dropped a sitter. Actually, that was not.
That is exactly.
Yeah, it is a catch which I mean, most people would take with their eyes closed. I mean, it's not coming straight at you, but then there is distance, right? I mean, the guy is standing back. And Bumrah, and then you keep complaining Bumrah doesn't take wickets in the first 10 overs. How can he take wickets if you keep dropping?
He's impressive in the first 10.
Yeah, today he was impressive. Period. He was very impressive today. So I think we asked that question last time. Yeah, asked that question. What does he do? So I mean, we are not worried because he's a guy who understands. He understands his cricket well. And one more thing before we forget is Kuldeep Yadav, he has not got his mojo back, but who seemed to be at least attempting to get there. I mean, I love the way he was flighting today again. So in between, he had become that what do you call left arm Kedar Jadhav.
Don't.
So yeah. So
I had to walk out of the show, man.
Yeah, no, by the way, see, the point is that Kedar Jadhav, whatever he did. So I was discussing with Gautam, and we were saying, so there are cricketers who are, I mean, who have ability and the smarts. There are cricketers who have ability but no smarts. There are cricketers who have no ability but a lot of smarts. So Kedar Jadhav falls into the third. So I mean, whatever he did was because of his smarts. I think. And look, the funny part is, imagine the scenario where you and I are sitting here. We are still here. CSK gets back next year. They still have Kedar Jadhav, and the guy actually becomes the man of the tournament. We look pretty weird. So with cricket, I'm very, very scared.
Perish the thought.
Yeah, I know. So he will keep it there. There are quite a few ifs there, which is the good part. So yeah, so I like the way Kuldeep Yadav was actually bowling today and attempting a few things, which for some weird reason Chahal wasn't doing. See, I mean, like I said after the first game, I think that T20 thing is what is getting, what got into them. And after the first two games, the third game they got it right. Now I hope they don't play the T20 as an ODI. My worry is that.
Yeah, that's the worrying part.
Yeah, suddenly, we have overs. Where, man? Done. So that is where I'm a little worried because and today another thing which we noticed, we spoke about it last time. Again, that was corrected today. I mean, bowlers were getting longer spells.
Yes.
Yeah. So for me,
that was a talking point from the last match.
Yeah, that was pretty weird. Yeah. What they did over the last match was two matches was weird because Bumrah actually bowled 4 or 5 overs. Natarajan bowled 3 or 4 overs on the trot. So those are things. I mean, you need the bowler to get into that rhythm, right? I mean, which is what we're talking about. 1 or 2 overs, you give the guy at least, and then don't sort of just.
Actually, Australia, when they started, they didn't do that. They were chopping and changing.
Yeah, and they were having fun.
You can't blame them because they are trying out.
They were having fun basically.
Having won the series,
and they almost won it in fun, which is where we have a problem. But I think we'll wait for the T20s and see how it goes. Hopefully, it might.
We'll come back when the T20 matches start.
That is on Friday, I think. No, Friday is the first T20 match. So we'll see you then. And take care. Have a good time.